Now, first off the rip, I took a shower so I could get real clean for y'all. So yes, I have a little wet spot here. I'm sorry. Over here at NGB the gang, we get fresh. Okay, and sometimes when you get fresh, you got long hair, a little water gets on your shirt. Cause I already know somebody gonna have something to say. But besides that point, what are we talking about today? As we all know, the crypto space has been riddled with scams, frauds, whatever you want to call it, and it's received a pretty negative name, especially in 2022 with the big collapse of the crypto exchange FTX. Now, if you don't know, there's also, if you're in crypto, you definitely know, but if you don't know, there's also a very, very large crypto exchange bigger than FTX. That's crypto.com. If not the biggest one, it's definitely like the top 5. And I'm seeing here there's an article about its history of red flags. So I think it would be really important that we touch on this, maybe so we could possibly avoid some mistakes like we had in the FTX collapse and everything like that. We can just get a good idea for the website, and you guys can just see if this is an exchange that you will possibly be interested in, or if it's one that you should kind of stay away from. Excuse me. So, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. We're growing crazy, and I love it. We're going to hit 500 subscribers soon, and I'm eating spicy wings. So go ahead, get that, and we will get straight into it. Okay, so it says here that Crypto.com CEO has had a history of red flags, including bankruptcy and quick exits. Bankruptcy is obviously bad if you're, holding people's money, because then you don't have money to pay people out. And quick exits can definitely be a red flag, because as you guys know, quick exits, rug pulls, they go together. You invest in something, you say in a crypto, you say that you're trying to build up this crypto and that it really has value. And then once it reaches a certain thing, if you exit kind of quickly and pull all your money out, that's definitely a red flag. So let's see what it has to say. So Chris Marzelek wants everyone to know that his company, Crypto.com, is safe and in good hands. Of course you want people to think that. It's his company. But his TV appearances and tweets make that clear. It's an understandable approach. The crypto markets have been in free fall for much of the year, with high-profile names spiraling into bankruptcy. When the FTX failed last month, just after founder Sam Bankman-Fried said the crypto exchange assets were fine, trust across the industry evaporated. Yeah, that was pretty much the final straw. After all the NFT scams, all the crypto rug pulls, it already had a bad reputation, but once celebrities started getting into it with the FTX, and a lot of celebrities invested their own hard-earned money, that's when crypto really got a bad name. When not the normal person was losing money, but when celebrities were getting hit with the rug pull, that's when people started getting really angry, Now, Marzelek, correct me if I'm saying that wrong, my guys, who operated out of Asia for over a decade, subsequently assured clients that their funds belong to them and are readily available, in contrast to FTX, which used client money for all sorts of risky and allegedly fraudulent activities, according to court filings and legal experts. So, a big thing with not only the crypto space, but just having a stock exchange, your forex.com, your TD Ameritrade, is when people got to get their money out, you got to be able to give it to them fast. You know what I'm saying? Either immediately or within 3 days. It can never be one thing where you're trying to pull out your money and it's a week-long process. Then that gets kind of sketchy. You can't get your money for a month or something like that. If you're dealing with some kind of exchange and it takes a really long time for you to get your money back, it's definitely a red flag, and it's something that you should definitely look out for. Now, Bankman-Fried has denied knowing about any fraud. Just because you don't know about any fraud doesn't make it less fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't know about it doesn't mean that people aren't losing millions of dollars. So that statement doesn't mean much, Regardless, FTX clients are now out of billions of dollars, with bankruptcy proceedings underway. Crypto.com, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, may well be in fine health. Okay. After the FTX collapse, the company published its unaudited partial proof of reserves. Oh, that's good. The release revealed that nearly 20% of customer funds were in a meme token called Shiba Inu. If you guys don't remember Shiba, it's the one that kind of looks like a dog. An amount eclipsed only by its Bitcoin allocation. I'm actually surprised. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it not surprising that like Ethereum or something wasn't next? Correct me if I'm wrong on any of that. But Shiba's a pretty big coin. I haven't heard about people using Shiba for a while though. It's been kind of out of the limelight lately. Now, probably because all the cryptos got completely smashed this year, so no one's really talking about investing in them. Now, that percentage has dropped since the initial release to about 15%, according to Nissan Analytics. Now, Marzellik said in a November 14th live stream on YouTube that the wallet addresses were representative of customer holdings. On Friday, crypto published an audited proof of reserves attesting that customer assets were held on a one-to-one basis, meaning that deposits are 100% backed by Crypto.com's reserves. Good thing. The audit was performed by the Mazars Group, the former accountant for the Trump organization. Oh my gosh. It sounded so good. You know what I'm saying? It sounded so good. It sounded so good. And I do still think that this is really a good thing. You know, definitely that was the perfect time for them to come out and start showing these numbers, being real clear and lucid with the people, because that's the thing. Like, the people just want to know, all right, where's my money at? How much do y'all have to hold if y'all need to pay out should anything go wrong, you know? And I think it's very good that they're actually showing this, and I think it's a positive thing, and I think this will bring more people to their platform. I do think it's a little ugly that they're using the same person to audit, you know, that was, you know, for Trump, seeing as Trump is dealing with so much financial legal stress on, you know, himself, his family, and all of his businesses. And that's gone very bad. I think one person has already gotten hit, and they've gotten hit with, I want to say, 17 financial felonies for fraud and stuff like that. So if you could choose somebody else, you know, like a different accountant than the Mazars Group, it says here, which was the former accountant for the Trump organization. If you could choose someone else, that would probably be the best move. But all in all, I can say this is a positive thing. When you're really ready to say, oh, okay, I can see people don't really feel good about the crypto space. Let's show that we're doing it right. Here's our numbers. We're being real clear with it. We have nothing to hide. I think that's a positive thing. Let's get back into it. Now it says, while no evidence has emerged of the wrongdoing at Crypto.com, Marzellik's business history is replete with red flags. Let's get into it. Let's see what it's talking about. Following the collapse of a prior company in 2009, a judge called Marzellik's testimony unreliable. His business activities before 2016, the year he founded what would be Crypto.com, involved a multi-million-dollar settlement over claims of defective products, that's not good, corporate bankruptcy, not good, and an e-commerce company that failed shortly after a blowout marketing campaign left sellers unable to ask their money. And, you know, that's pretty much that's a pretty red flag, because that's essentially what happened with FTX. You know, you don't have enough money to pay out people, so when you go in to get your money, you can't get your money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, defective products, that's not a great thing, but, you know, that happens, especially when a company is new. There's certain things that you got to figure out. And as you guys know, I'm not sure exactly what the percentage is, but you guys know well over 50% of companies fail within their first like 1 to 3 years or something like that. So hearing that it was a new company, you know, and it went bankrupt and, you know, that kind of thing that's not crazy to me. You know, as most companies do that. Not all companies are successful when they start, for sure. Most of them fail. Most people who are successful businessmen have 5 to 10 failed companies before they finally hit the mark and end up establishing a multi-million-dollar company. Now, court records, public filings, and offshore database leaks reveal a businessman who moved from industry to industry, rebooting quickly when a venture would fail. I mean, that's, like I said, that's part of being a businessman, but I understand how that could be a bad look, because it almost makes it look like you're a person who's all about a quick cash grab. You'll run to wherever you see the money is at. If it doesn't work out, then you just skedaddle on out. You know what I'm saying? He started in manufacturing, producing data storage products for white label sale, then moved into e-commerce, and finally into crypto. It's kind of, I mean, it's different industries, but, you know, data storage, e-commerce, and crypto are all still, you know, in a way tech. Now, CNBC reached out to Crypto.com with information on Marzelik's past and asked for an interview. The company declined to make Marzelik available and sent a statement indicating that there was never a finding of wrongdoing under Chris's leadership at his prior ventures. Now, after CNBC's request, Marzelik published a 16-tweet thread beginning by telling his followers more FUD targeting Crypto.com is coming. This time about a billionaire failness I had very early in my career. I have nothing to hide. I'm proud of my battle scars, and here's the unfiltered story. I like that. It shows a lot of lucidity. Lucidity? What would that be? Word lucid means clear, so lucidity. But it shows that he is being quite clear about what he's saying. He's like, you guys aren't gonna kind of just like put me on here to interview and kind of make me look bad when I haven't done anything wrong and I haven't been, exposed for anything wrong. Why go up there and kind of make myself look bad? So I can kind of understand that. Now, FUD is short for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and is a popular phrase among crypto executives, kind of like the fear of missing out, FOMO. You guys know about FOMO, especially if you trade stocks or anything like that. Now, in tweets, Marzelik described his personal bankruptcy and the abrupt closure of his e-commerce business as learning experiences and added that startups are hard and you will fail over and over again. Like I said, I don't see anything wrong here. This sounds about right. Now, Marzelik founded a manufacturing firm called Starline in 2004, according to his LinkedIn profile. Based in Hong Kong with a plant in mainland China, Starline built hardware products like solid-state drives, hard drives, and USB flash drives. His LinkedIn page said he grew the business into a 400-person company with an $81 million in sales in 3 years. Wow, that's crazy. That's a startup. Yeah, like that's quite a startup. 81 million in sales, 400 employees. But there was much more to the story. He owned 50% of the company, sharing ownership and control with another Hong Kong-based individual who partnered with him in multiple ventures. In 2009, the company settled with a client over the faulty shipment of flash drives. The $5 million settlement consisted of a $1 million upfront payment and $4 million credit note to the client, Dexon. The negotiations over the settlement began at some point after 2007. They were unable to locate his business partner. And let's keep it a stack. If you got 81 million in sales, I don't know necessarily what his numbers, what his cost of operating expenses were, but if you had that amount of sales, 5 million could still be a big hit, depending on how much your operating costs are. Cost to ship all of the stuff out, the cost to get the materials and build these chips and everything that they were building, or these flash drives. But that's still relatively small, possibly. Now, court documents don't show whether Starline made good on either the $1 million lump sum settlement fee or the $4 million credit note. Starline was forced into bankruptcy proceedings by the end of 2009, court records from 2013 show. And as you know, a lot of people will file bankruptcy in an attempt to not have to pay money. That's kind of like the point of a bankruptcy, is to kind of say, hey, we're not going to be able to get this money back, so can we figure something out? And that's a lot of the reason why people normally file bankruptcy. Now, over the course of 2008 and 2009, Marzelik and his partner were transferred nearly 3 million in payments from Starline, according to the documents. Over 1 million was paid out to Marzelik personally in what the court said was impugnant payments. His partner took nearly 1.9 million in similar payments. Okay. It says, it appears that there was a concerted effort to strip the cash from Starline, the judge wrote. Now, some 300,000 was paid by Starline to a British Virgin Islands holding company called Techram, and it says the money went through Marzelik, and Techram eventually returned it to Starline. By 2009, Starline had collapsed. Marzelik's representatives told CNBC in a statement that Starline went under because customers failed to pay back credit lines that the company had extended to them during the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008, which, would kind of make a little sense. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. It said they borrowed the money from the Standard Chartered Bank of Hong Kong. The bank then turned to Starline and the co-founders to repay the lines of credit. and filed for liquidation of the company. That makes sense. They they basically went to borrow the money from the bank. The people that they say the people didn't have money to give to them, so then they didn't have money to go to the bank, so then they filed for bankruptcy, and then their company got liquidated, which if you don't know what that means, that basically means the bank is taking all of your assets to pay whatever you owe to the bank. That could be your entire business. Like Starline owed $2.2 million to SCB. Marzelek said on Twitter that he had personally guaranteed the loans from the bank to Starline. As a result, when the bank forced Starline into liquidation, Marzelek and his partner were forced into bankruptcy as well. Okay, I think we're going to leave it here. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think Crypto.com is a safe place for you to leave your for you to basically facilitate your crypto investments? Do you feel like these red flags are kind of like, he's had a few failed businesses, he's dealt with bankruptcy, he's dealt with improper use of customer assets, and that would stray you away from it? Or do you think this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're just getting into the startup space, he learned a lot, he actually showed, all of his I would say his financial statements in Crypto.com to show the customers, hey, we're not FTX. We're not like a lot of people in this industry. So don't count us out as those types of people. Do you guys think it's ugly that, they didn't want to go on CNBC? Or do you guys think it was kind of one of those things where it was real popular to kind of poop on crypto exchanges at the moment? And so if you can find one, get a little news on their past, then maybe that will be some good news for CNBC and help those ratings get up a little bit. So, guys, let me know what you think about this all in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we're going to hit 500 before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We hit 500 before Christmas, and we eating spicy wings. You know what I'm saying? Watch me struggle on live stream and eat some spicy wings at 500. But, yeah, you guys all have a great day. Be blessed and everything. And if you decide to invest on Crypto.com or you have experiences with them as a company, through your own investments, let us know in the comments so we can kind of have a feel. I don't have a Crypto.com account, so I would be very interested to know somebody who's had, experiences working with the exchange. So y'all have a great day and be blessed.